right, hey guys, welcome. I know it's been a while since I've done a live stream, so I'm doing one right now. Start us off with a little loop pedal jam, and then just let me know if you have any questions or anything you'd like to hear, and we'll go from there. I'm going to apologize in advance. I still have not figured out why my video gets so pixelated. I think it has something to do with the internet connection, because I've tried different computers to try to fix that. Tried using different things, but nothing's worked so far. All right, so welcome to this live stream. I do this about once a month, although I skipped last month, but I'm back. So I hope everybody is doing great. I hope you're having a wonderful summer. And today we're just going to play some songs and just chat about some things. So let me know in the chat if there's something you'd like to hear, whether it be a song or a genre. Sometimes it's fun to just do a loop pedal jam where you guys give me the genre and the key, and then I just jump in with playing. So I'm not sure if the chat's working. So if one of you that are online right now could check the chat, please let me know. That would be cool. And while I'm waiting on that, I might do a pick jam, because I haven't done one with a pick maybe ever on this loop pedal stuff. So I'll try to do like what I would do with a pick. A little sloppy. I might take away that loop. Just try something different. Maybe I'll do a different key too. Anybody tell me what mode I'm using? That should give it away. Okay, she didn't use it as the button in it. All right. So is anybody there saying anything in the chat? So far, I haven't seen anything yet, but feel free to say something. Say hi. Here in a minute, I may have to grab my phone to make sure that the chat's actually working on here. Sometimes it just doesn't work right. Hi, Linda. All right. So hello, hello. I know that Linda's here. Who else is here? So just let me know over there in the chat. And yeah, so far I'm using the Kala Journeyman U-Bass. I use this on a lot of videos. I have flat wound strings on them. So this one's all metal strings that are smooth, you know. You don't have the ridges on them like the round wounds. So these are the Kala Gali flat wound strings. I'm sure you've seen me talk about them on the channel if you've watched any of the other videos. But if you have any questions about the strings or just anything else, let me know in the chat, and I can tell you more about them. If you'd like me to show you one of the other U-basses, or if you have any questions about a particular string type. I know that somebody, I can't remember who it was, asked about which strings stay in tune the best. And I'd have to say that at first, it's probably either of the metal variety of strings, because they don't have to stretch anywhere near as much as the polyurethane strings do. So just wanted to answer that question right away. Hey, Preston, how's it going? And then there was another question about the string types, as far as like if you're going from the rubber or the polyurethane rather to the flat wounds, would you need to adjust the truss rod? And the answer is possibly. So you may not have to, but it really just depends on how it feels after you put the strings on there. So having the option is a really good idea. All right. So Preston or Linda, whichever one of you guys, what would you guys like to hear next? So I could either try to play a song, or y'all could give me a genre and a key. And if you do that, then I can just make something up with the loop pedal. So I've got the loop pedal here. So just either way, whatever you guys like to hear, let me know. And until then, I guess I'll play Green Tea, because I do that almost every live stream, right? All right, so we got two things here. So Linda says, would Nights in White Satin work? It's one of those songs that I'd have to listen to. So if I can find headphones and listen to the bass line a little bit and just kind of see what it's like, I might be able to do something with that. And then Preston says, have you ever explored Porcupine Tree? So I've heard a few of their songs, but I've never really learned any. So I like the way they sound. They've got a lot of cool things going on with the, especially with the drums. The drummer in that band is awesome, but I haven't really played any. Okay, is this the typical time date for the live chat? Yeah, so this is supposed to be. It seems like sometimes I'll miss the first week and do it the second week of the month, but usually it's 7 p.m. on the first Thursday of each month and 7 p.m. Eastern. So I'm not sure what time zone you're in, but 7 p.m. Eastern. And let's see, what can I find? And it's been a while since I've done one too. Like I said, last month I just skipped over one. So it's been a month since I've done it. Let me see if I can figure out where my headphones are, because I will need them to be able to listen to songs to learn them on the spot. So let me grab that real quick and I will see you in a second. Okay, that's not the headphones. They have disappeared, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, I thought I saw them, but I don't. So I can't really do much with the headphones. So I could like pull up the tab, but I can't really like listen to it on here. So let's just see what happens if I just kind of pull it up and let's just see what comes up if I search it. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Does that sound right? So because it's in 12/8, so I'm kind of counting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It might be a lot faster. I'm not sure. Maybe I can play this and it won't copyright strike me. Okay, yeah, so that was right. The whole. Okay, so that's kind of a cool bass line. I don't know this song well enough to do much more than that, but there's a little bit of it. Does that sound right for you? So I could do like a. Nah, that's not a good 12/8. Let me think about a good 12/8 groove. I'll probably do that. Okay, let me try it again. One, two, three, four. There it is. might loop that. So there's a loop for the bass line. I could just solo over it or something. I don't really know the melody or anything. And that doesn't look like it's the whole groove. That looks like it's just the intro. So that's all I've got. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I might make something up out of this instead of doing it the real way. I'll add some chords. Here we go. Now I'm just going to make something up over this because I don't really know the song well enough. Sorry. That's my jam over the groove, at least at the intro. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever heard it all the way through, but sorry about that. But there's a little bit of a request. So does anyone else have any requests, or do you want me to just keep kind of playing here? Or if you have any questions about anything of that variety or anything else, just let me know. All right. So let's see, what else could I play? I'm trying to think of something that might be kind of fun. Let's see. What if I do? So that was E minor. I'm gonna try to do a major key now. Let's just figure out what kind of thing we want. We'll see. I'll do D major and maybe a reggae kind of thing. Actually, this is technically G major, but I'm starting on a D major board. Let's see. Maybe something like that. Okay, so I got the groove. Anybody tell what mode I'm mostly using here? Those notes kind of give it away if you know what note I'm basing it off of. So it's technically in the key of G, but I'm building everything off of D. So does anybody know what mode that is of the G major scale? It's got a specific name. Hello. Do you know what mode this is? I'm giving a big hint by saying I'm in the key of G, but everything is based around a D. It's a good question. Can I play some Elton John? Huh. Like which Elton John song? It's a good request. Let's see. Elton John. I've never really like a lot of times I'll end up playing certain Elton John songs in the wedding band. So I played the bass line sometimes, but I'm not sure how to like translate everything else over to bass sometimes. Yeah, it's Mixolydian. Great. So Linda, that's good. Mixolydian is the answer. I know everybody wants to say Lodian with the O on it. Oh, hey, Ramona, how's it going? What was it? Oh, where am I at? It'd help if I had the words in front of me. Maybe that can help me lead through things. Benny and the Jets. And the lyrics might be able to help me get through the rest of it. Let's see if that helps. I don't think I know the melody well enough to it. Hey kids, I don't even know the. Weather going back. Stick around. You're gonna hear electric music, silent all the sound. Candy and rum. Have you seen them yet? The Benny and the Jets. I never knew what the words were. This is very strange trying to read them. They're never wonderful. Benny is really keen. She's got electric boots, a mohair suit. No, I read it in a magazine. The Benny and the Jets. Hey kids, the faithless, maybe they're for ageless. Oh gosh, I don't. That's a mouthful of words. I'm not sure about the phrasing at all on those words, but yeah, you kind of get the idea. So that's kind of thing. I know the bass line, and I could kind of make that work. I'm trying to think which other ones I kind of know well enough to just sort of do that kind of thing. But yeah, I like Elton John's music, so that's a great request. I wish I could do him more justice. We've also ended up doing things like Tiny Dancer. We've ended up doing not sure if we ever did Yellow Brick Road. We did Crocodile Rock. That's another one that we did. I'm just trying to think of how to, even what key it's in. Just trying to just do it off of like memory. It's not really cutting it right now. But yeah, that's a great request with the Elton John. So any other requests or any questions that anybody might have, just type them in the chat and let me know. I'll be happy to get to those. I guess for now, one other thing we could do is you could give me a genre and a key, and I'll put those together and play a little song. So just anyone that wants to, just let me know. All right. I'm probably gonna cut today's a little bit shorter than normal just because I have some stuff that I've got to do. So we got jazz. Okay, so Tafoa says jazz. So we could do the funky kind that I was talking about kind of in the lesson the other day, or we could do something that's more the walking kind of straight ahead thing. So funky wise, most of what I'm doing is kind of like taking something and just taking a mode and kind of like creating some sort of like kind of funky groove. So maybe I'll make up a little like drum beat and then try to add something like that to it. Let's see, I'm gonna do no one gave me a key though. So I got a drum beat. What key would you like it in? I was thinking about doing like the Dorian mode, because that one's kind of a jazzy mode. D. So we'll do D Dorian. That sounds like a good idea. So I want to do like a minor 7 chord. I was looping my talking. That's so funny. I'm gonna make a bass groove over it somehow. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's the groove I'm going with. Now I'll just solo over it, basically, using that same mode. So I'm using the loop pedal to do all that, right? Remember how I was talking about playing stuff on one string versus over here? So when I'm soloing, I'm mostly playing up one string, right? That way the bass line's down low, and then I'm able to stay high to kind of do the solo stuff. I'm going to take some low end down and some high end in. So that's one kind. That's like the modal kind of jazz where you stay on one chord and just kind of do all that. Yeah, I like the vibe on that. That was kind of fun. And the other kind is like taking a common jazz progression. So like taking the same idea of kind of starting with the Dorian thing. There's a really common jazz progression called a 2-5-1. So I'd be doing it. I'm going to do it in the key of C because that makes us start on a D minor chord still. But we could do it in the key of D, which would make us start on E minor chord. So since you said D, maybe I'll actually do this one in the key of D. That kind of thing. So I'll do the chords first, and I'll do a walking bass line over it after. So that's kind of the idea. So there's our little line. So then I'll use. Oh, I did it in D. I just forgot that I said that. Okay, let's try again. best loop ever. And then same thing, I can just solo over it, this time using the key of D. And I can use those modes to kind of work throughout it, but everything in this is really in the key of D. Just give you an idea. So that's the other kind of jazz. Just kind of give you an idea. All right. So that's the kind that takes a little more knowledge, I feel like. Like with the other ones, you just know the mode. You can just kind of like jam on one of the modes that has more of a jazzy feel and just make up your own groove. And then like with that kind, it's like you got to know where you're going with the bass lines. And that's a short little jazz loop over 3 chords. That's not too hard, but to like keep it going over like a longer song, like for instance, something like Fly Me to the Moon that has a longer progression, right? It's like you might have to know how to use the scale within those chords, how to make sure that you're hitting basically the root of the chord. So if it's an A minor chord, you want to hit an A on the downbeat of the measure that one starts at. So that's the walking stuff. That's a little bit different, right? And that's considered jazz. And then the other thing where it's kind of just doing that kind of funky sort of loop, we can kind of consider that jazz as well. So hopefully that gives you an idea. And I'm going to do 1 or 2 more and then probably go from there, because basically there's a gig tomorrow that we got to prepare for. And I'm not playing bass on it, I'm playing guitar on it. So it takes even more preparation because, I'm more of a bass player. But I play guitar as well, and I've done like solo shows at restaurants before, but usually with the bands I play bass because I enjoy doing that. But occasionally I'll play guitar. So this stuff kind of translates to the guitar too, and vice versa. Some of the stuff I've learned on guitar translates back to bass. So I'm a big advocate of, if you want to learn stuff, playing multiple instruments is a good way to go. So start on one, maybe have a main one, and then just kind of like utilize those other things. As a bass player, if you're going to play with a group, it might be good for you to have a really basic understanding of drums. So like knowing what the kick drum is doing, because a lot of times you're going to be locking in with the kick drum. So if there's a song, if you go and sit in at a jam and they're playing a song you've never heard before, you get the key from the guitar players and the chords from the guitar player, and then you listen to, or the keyboard player, could be a keyboard player, whoever's playing chords basically in the band, multiple notes at the same time. And then the drummer will give you basically the rhythm and their kick drum rhythm. If you lock in with that and you have the chordal information they give you, there's basically no way to sound bad. I mean, if it could be a challenge, maybe someone could prove me wrong, but chances are if you're locking in with the kick drum and getting the root notes of the chords that the guitar player's given you every time, then it'll probably work and it'll probably sound good and maybe even be danceable, and we'll have a tighter groove. So I'm going to do, like I said, maybe 1 more jam. So let me get a genre from someone and a key from someone, and I'll try to get the genre from one person and a key from someone else. Oh, maybe I should do Islands in the Stream. Ramona did request that. So let me look that up real quick. I just need to look up the chords. Islands in the Stream chords. Okay. I don't know the words at all, so this version has it in C. That sounds simple for me, so let's do that. I'd really need to listen to it. I can only think of the chorus. Islands in the stream, that is what we are. Da, 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 da. Sorry. Oh, I'm doing the wrong key. I thought it went to a G there. Yeah, I almost feel like there's a G there. I may be wrong. It may just stay on D minor like this chord chart says. I'm going to check another one because I almost feel like there's should be a G there. And it's in a different key anyway. So let's check one of these other ones. Whoops. The chorus. Yeah, they're saying it just stays on D minor on this chart too. So maybe I'm wrong. It's really slow. Oh, I didn't start it right at the beginning. I'll have to keep going with that drum beat. I don't know the verse at all. Okay. I don't know. I'm probably doing the rhythm totally wrong with it too. Oh well, that's my attempt at doing it, and that's why we're probably not doing it on this gig tomorrow, Ramona. So sorry about that. So Ramona is a wonderful singer. She's also my girlfriend, but I knew her for a long time from hanging out in the just the music scene and stuff. So we have a gig tomorrow that we're basically going to be practicing for a little bit, and that's why I'm going to cut tonight a little bit short. But I feel like I'm doing the slowest version of Islands in the Stream with the totally wrong feel, but I can't really pull it up to check because of just the whole copyright thing with YouTube, and I don't have my headphones anywhere around. I think my cat got to them and hid them from me. Either that or I moved them to hide them from her and forgot where I moved them to. So that's just me noodling over the top of it. But hopefully that's good. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I think that's going to wrap it up for me. I hope you learned something on the stream or maybe just saw kind of what's possible. I'm going to show you the loop pedal before I go real quick. This right here is the loop pedal. You can see it's got the loop playing there. It's got a volume here. So I haven't deleted that loop yet. So I leave the volume a little bit less than halfway so that when I solo and do melodies that I'm louder than it. And then this is the Boss RC1. So when that light's green, it means that it's just playing it back. When it's green and red, like all Christmassy like this, it's recording as well. So I can ruin the loop right now. just ruined it. Right? Yep. Wait. Yeah, there it is. I was going to say, I ruined it at some point. And then you can delete the previous loop. But in order to stop the whole thing, you either double click it or you plug an extra pedal in. So I actually am using my piano sustain pedal with the polarity reversed as a stop pedal. So all I gotta do is click this once and it stops the loop. If I click it a second time and hold it down for like a little while, see it does that, it deletes the loop. And that with nothing on there shows me that I'm ready for a new loop. So I have videos on loop pedals if that's something that you're interested in. There are many different brands. You don't have to get the Boss one. This is just one of the cheaper ones, one of the easier, more affordable options, but there are others as well. They're about the same. And they're just kind of fun to play along with because you can kind of create a whole band, you know, kind of thing. And I feel like it's important for you to know where you sit in the mix. So like, what I mean by that is like when the band is playing, it's like, what is your role and what are other people doing? So you can listen for them for like cues as to what you're doing. So this allows you to like be the drummer. So I'm sitting there like doing the bass drum down here and the snare drum over there. So it's like kick drum and snare. When I'm doing that, I'm imitating those things. And then when I'm playing notes at the same time, when I was doing that on those, I'm imitating more of like a guitar or piano. And then when I'm playing the bass lines, obviously I'm just being the bass player like normal. But I usually build things up from the drums first. Then I usually put a bass line on it unless I want freedom over the bass line like I was doing earlier, so I could improvise a little bit before settling on something. And then I usually add the chords last. And once they're there, I click the button so it stops recording, and I just play over it for a while. And that's kind of the idea with the loop pedal. All right, so it's just something interesting. It's kind of fun to have if you don't get to play with people a lot, or even if you do. It's just kind of like fun, just doing a little bit of everything. But thank y'all so much for hanging out. Once again, I kind of got to go, but I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys next time. The stream is usually once a month on the first Thursday of the month, unless I miss the first one and end up doing the second one. And then videos I usually do every other week. And I was doing a specific day. I was trying to release them on Tuesdays, but lately it's just if I need an extra day to work on it, it'll turn out better. So I just go ahead and do that. So I guess I'll play like one thing really quickly on the way out. But thank y'all so much for joining me today, and I will see you later on. All right. Let's see. I'm just doing the really short one because it's time to go. Thank y'all so much for hanging out, and I will see you next time. Cheers, and have fun playing bass. And let me know if you have any questions. You can always leave them in the comments below if you missed your chance to ask on the stream, and I'll get back to you here. Sometimes it takes me a few days, but usually I get back to everybody. All right, thank you. Have a good night. Have a good week, and I will see y'all later on.